debut this match in new Ring of Honor World Champion!
This is my first world title and it means the world to me. The Ring of Honor Championship has so much history. Pretty much anybody in wrestling that came up through the independents held this Ring of Honor Championship at one point. To me, to represent this title, to what it means, and that is being the best wrestler in the world, means everything to me. So every single time I step in the ring, I represent that legacy. I have that chip on my shoulder. I never lost that chip.
Claudio Castagnoli has wasted no time since his arrival here.
It's an honor to stand in front of you as the ROH World Champion!
I've been champion in Japan many times, but I've never been a champion in the US.
Konosuke Takeshita, since his arrival here in AEW, has turned a lot of heads.
When I wrestled AEW champion Jon Moxley, I learned many things from that match.
And this is why Jon Moxley wanted the match. He was so impressed with Takeshita that he wanted Takeshita to get a shot at the interim world title.
So, at Battle of Bell 3, when I wrestled Claudio for ROH title, I feel I will win my first big match in AEW. Konosuke Takeshita, next ROH World Champion.
Well, I know Takeshita is a tremendous athlete. I mean, he wanted to compete in the 2020 Olympics at one point.
He's fighting on instinct. It is that true fighting spirit that he has.
I'm not taking this lightly. He had some tremendous showings against Mox, against Eddie Kingston, Jay Lethal. He always brings the fight. And I couldn't think of a better competitor to face me in my first Ring of Honor title defense.
I promise you, this is just the beginning.
I mean, Battle of the Belts, it just says it. It's going to be a show jam-packed with title defenses. This one is a big one because it's my first title defense for the ROH World Championship. Takeshita wants his first North American title. I have something to prove. I have a chip on my shoulders. There's been, a lot of people doubting me, a lot of people saying I couldn't pull off the big one. I proved them wrong. I have something to prove wrong every single time I step in that ring because you know what? I never, ever stop. Takeshita, he has something to prove. He wants to win the first title in North America. And I'm 100% sure it's gonna happen. He's gonna be a champion in AEW in North America. But I'm also 100% sure that that's not gonna happen this Saturday because I'm holding the title and there's no way this bad boy is gonna leave me anytime soon.
I'm no stranger to tag teams. I've done tag team matches for years and years and years. Having Toni Storm on my side, it just, like I said, it brings something different to Thunder Rosa.
Taz, it's really interesting how well Thunder Rosa and Toni Storm are able to work together, considering Thunder Rosa's AEW Women's World Champion, Toni Storm ranked #1.
Today, we didn't get the win, and I'm very pissed. Again, Britt had to use something to take me out. Because my own tag team partner hit me by accident. Let's make it very clear. And that totally derailed the results of this match.
Thunder Rosa just got pulled into the Toni Storm's path. The short arm lariat. And Jamie Hayter scores the win. What a match and what a victory for Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and the woman that scored the pinfall, Jamie Hayter.
By coming up for Battle of the Belts, I am 100% sure that I'm gonna get this win again. Because there's so much fight left in me. Yo soy una guerrera y ustedes lo saben. Y a mí no me importa lo que diga la gente. No me importa lo que piensen de mí. Yo soy la mera mera en este lugar. I'm the boss in this place. And if you don't like it, Jamie, I'll see you in Battle of the Belts and I'm gonna show you once more why I am still the AEW Women's World Champion.
Wardlow, I want to applaud you. One hell of a career here in AEW. You started at the bottom and you climbed yourself all the way to the top. You became TNT champion.
Wardlow, the foot on the chest. Yes! And we have a new champion.
Whoa! I I want to lay something out to you, Wardlow, because I feel your inexperience is going to be your biggest downfall.
An emphatic victory for the new TNT champion, Wardlow.
What a story from what he had to endure to even be part of AEW.
You did it. You climbed the mountain. You've got that title. You've got that gold around your waist. But what's harder than that, what's more difficult than capturing that title, is holding on to it, Wardlow.
I wanted this title because this title was defended by the best against the best. That's what makes the TNT title stand out above the rest.
For the second time, the TNT championship changes hands in Rochester, New York.
And Wardlow, let me remind you and everyone watching at home, Jay Lethal, his list of accolades, championships, titles, it's a mile long. Wardlow, you are one hell of a professional wrestler, but I'll tell you this, you don't hold a candle to my man, Jay Lethal.
It's like a song, right? Started from the bottom, now he's here. It reminded me of that, especially since Wardlow did start from the bottom, now he's here, and he probably has a little bit too much confidence. Wardlow, you're probably thinking that because you're much stronger than me, you're the odds-on favorite. You're probably thinking because you're much stronger than me, this is gonna be an easy walk in the park. Well, unfortunately for you, Wardlow, this ain't no powerlifting competition. We're not going to the gym to see who can bench press the most. The name of the game is professional wrestling. And in this world, in this sport, I outclass you in every way. I have been wrestling for 21 years, Wardlow.
I'll beat the shit out of the entire AEW locker room. I'll beat the shit out of the entire Ring of Honor locker room. I'll beat the shit out of every locker room in professional wrestling. You think you're the man? You think you're the top of the food chain? I welcome anyone and everyone into Wardlow's world to find out where you stand.
I have victories over legends. I am former world champions of every company that I've ever stepped foot in. I am a champion whether you like it or not. When I walk in the building, people say, "Hey, champ." I may not have a belt around my waist, but the title of champion is synonymous with the name Jay Lethal. And Wardlow, at Battle of the Belts, like Sanjay mentioned, your climb to the top was impressive. But the hardest thing to do, Wardlow, is gonna be keeping that championship. Everybody in that locker room has got their eyes on you, but the one you need to be worried about are these eyes right here. I've got them locked, set, and at Battle of the Belts, I have tunnel vision, my man, because I will be the next TNT champ. It is written in the stars, Wardlow. It is written in the frickin' stars.